Today we're going to talk about this digital calendar, and a special thank you to the company for sending it out. I'm a mom of 5, and so being able to keep my family organized is a must, and we're going to talk about how this might help. We're going to first start with how it comes and what are all the features. I'm going to walk through and show you each feature. We'll talk about whether it's included in the base level or do you need a premium subscription. Talk about all the things that I like. If I find anything tricky or problematic along the way, we're going to talk about that too. And then we'll round off with whether or not I think it's worth it for you to check this guy out.
Okay, so it comes in this beautiful little box here. I'm going to slide it right out. You've got the quick start guide. This will have the QR codes for the apps and things so you can learn how to use it and get associated with it. Right here, I've got all my cording, I suspect. Yep, my little box with all my plugs that I need. So I've just got, I really appreciate this here. You're going to see it comes, you're not having to find a block. It's just going to have its plug. And this is going to be what connects to the calendar. So we'll get that out and see how that's going to work. And then this is the actual calendar / photo frame. Again, nicely packaged here to make sure that it's good and safe. It's got a screen protector on it. When we're looking at the back, looks like this is the stand. So there's 2 ways of doing this. You can see we've got this right here that is going to allow it to kind of have like a stand on it, but more like on the edge. So it's going to stick out, right? Sit as a stand. But if you wanted to do it differently, leaning it against something or whatnot, you can access just the plug. But it is designed to kind of lean on something. You'll notice right away, we don't have any mounting hardware. This is designed to be like a desktop item, not designed to be mounted. So keep that in mind when you're looking at this. All right, so here it is. This calendar is incredible. You have all of these things: calendar, tasks, rewards, meals, photos, lists, the sleep settings and your settings. All of this is available without a subscription. They do have subscription that allows you to do some extra things on importing calendars or to share it with other users, but you can use all of these functions with just their regular app. So I set everything up in the app. It's synced to this and it's amazing. So first up, calendar. I didn't manually add any of these. These are synced from iCloud or our sports calendars. This is the beautiful month view. So it's giving me the whole month of September. So you can see we're already down here. It does take the time to highlight the day, but I could go in and toggle on different views if I wanted to. So you can see schedule, meaning the next 7 days, day, week, and I can customize what this schedule is. So if I was like, I really just want them to see a 5-day-a-week schedule, I could show that, right? So there's tons of choices here. You could have the week view. The thing about the schedule view on it is that it shows the empty hours too. So this is giving like a full schedule breakdown so that if you have somebody that has a harder time visualizing, this is a great option. You also can have just the day view. Ours today has nothing on it, which is delightful. Moving on, you can assign tasks. This is really great for kids. I have it set so that they don't see their overdue tasks, but it will show completed tasks if I want it to, but only if they're not overdue yet. So you can see it pulled up these other tasks. So my kids right now, all I've programmed is brush their teeth and clean their room. But if I wanted to add a weekly task on Saturdays for my son to mow the lawn or whatever it was, I could add that. And then I set these little rewards and I get to pick the amount of stars they are so they can go in and earn whatever things that you add. Ice cream with mom, movie night, whatever. You can set a reward system that they can manage right from here. And I can see all this from the app in my phone. So it's great. I can also do meals. This was so easy. So I just kind of toggled a few things in here, but let's say I wanted to like help my daughter know what we're having for breakfast and we were having bagels. Great. But okay, let's say we were going out to eat. I could go and enter whatever I wanted. It's going to pull it up. Okay, I'm going to take you to Panera, right? And I can add that. So simple. And then it becomes part of this list that I select and it auto-populates. So no more kids, what's for dinner, what's going on. They can see it all right here. You can use all of the functions or just one, whatever's gonna work for you. You also can go in and add photos. I've gone in and added just a bunch of my baking photos, but you could add whatever you wanted. And again, there's a ton of features over here. So you can get it to view by, different selection on how you want it, like whatever is gonna work for you. See, I can go in and see whatever I want. So you can add these, and I added all of that from my phone. It was so easy and convenient. Then once I'm also done with that, I can add lists, right? So right now I have a grocery list and a to-do list. That's all I've done. But if you wanted to add, if my kids said, oh, I ran out of toothpaste, they could come in here and add toothpaste. And I can see this on my phone when I'm shopping. And so my kids can add things and then I can pull it up, which is super, super convenient. And there it all is. And then when I'm done, either here or on my phone, I can mark it off, which is super convenient too. I really like that feature. Also, you have the sleep mode. So this is going to go in my girl's room, I think. And so I like that I can have it so that it won't be the digital frame overnight. So it's not creating extra light. I can go in and control when the sleep mode is. And then of course, even more settings that are in there. And so I really like that. Also note, well, I have this horizontal because that's what I think is going to work best for us. Turning it absolutely just changes it. So easy. Now, why would you want to do this? It depends on, number one, how many people are using it. I have 5 kids, but probably this is going in my 2 girls' room. So it would be fine either way. I like to think of it as, what way are your pictures, right? So my pictures that I actually uploaded are mostly vertical. They're both going to show, and they'll kind of have the faded out sides, and I'll show you that in a second. But think about that when you're orienting it. Okay, so I have it set up here, and you can see that it's already on the screensaver. So I put in a bunch of my food pictures so that you can see it. I set the interval. I set 5 seconds. I set what it was, and I uploaded all the pictures. They are all vertical, so it looks really nice, but I'm actually going to probably use my calendar horizontal, and you can see how easy that was to switch, except for that I did it upside down. So make sure you're doing it the right way. Once you've got it, this has to go all the way in. So once you have that in, it's set. I can tap the screen and it will go in and either let me edit the photo or pull me into my calendar. So what are my final thoughts? Well, this calendar is incredible. It allowed me to pull in the weather. I synced it from where I was. So now when my kids wake up, they know what temperature it is outside. If I were to click in, you'll be able to see, I'm sorry, I'm covering up our city, but like they can see that this is the high and low tomorrow. This is Monday. This is today, right? It's giving them all the things that I need them to be able to see so that they can get into the weather. I love that. I love that I can access everything. Calendar, tasks, rewards. I can use this as not only a command center for my kids to see what they're doing, but to motivate them, right? They actually get to physically check it off. It's so fun when they do it. So if I were to check off a task, it tells them, yay, you completed all your tasks for today, right? It's telling them what to do. Now, she didn't actually do that yet, so I'm going to uncheck it. I like that I can have meals so that it answers all the questions. I love that you can put in photos to make it exciting for your kids, and that when this is not actively being used, it goes into a photo frame mode, right? So it's going to be a digital photo frame. Just all kinds of control, all those lists so I can be able to shop. It really is working as a true command center for our family, allowing us to do all the things that we need. Okay, so what was tricky or problematic? 2 very minor things. 1, I don't love that I can't mount it. This is going to go on a desk, but sometimes I find that things are easier on the wall. I know that about this, so it's not a problem at all. But if you aren't sure, please be aware that it is not optional to mount this. If I were to take the stand off, it has this. You are going to at least at a minimum have this sticking out. So it's not you're like, oh, I'll just be creative. No, please know this is not designed to be mounted. So keep that in mind when you're deciding where it's going to go. The only other thing that I didn't love is the cord is a little bit short. I wish the cord was 6 or 8 feet instead of 3 or 4. But that's okay. I'll live with it. Otherwise, this is going to be a great addition to your house, just like it was mine.